What is up, guys? My name is the Osinator, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching after the fact, I am doing another live discussion today. You're probably wondering, what happened to the other live discussion? Well, to tell you the truth, that live discussion, fell apart. And when I mean fell apart, I mean fell apart. It was a disaster. It just, it just was bad. It just I don't even want to talk about it. It's that bad. It was just, ugh, that was yucky. So today, I decided I'm going to take inspiration from Cody Leach. He's a YouTuber who mainly does horror stuff. He does like other superhero stuff as well. If you guys want to go check him out, I will put him in the description after the fact. So what I'm taking inspiration from is the 31 on 31 series. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what's the 31 on 31 series? Well, the 31 on 31 series is a series that he's done that is a, how would I put, it's basically where he ranks like every film in a franchise, I think, and like I said, it's going to be a fun time, to say the least. It's because today, I'm actually going to be doing my own thing. It's actually going to be, it is, sorry, hang on, guys, just give me a sec here. But yeah, so today we're definitely going to be doing like a 31 on 31 type thing where I'm going to rank every, I guess, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And so that will probably be the thing. Okay. Okay. So, but before we do that, guys, I would like to say that you guys can find me on Twitter at the Austinator17. You guys can also find me on Facebook at Austin Blair, and you guys can find me on YouTube. Or no, you guys can also find me on the Discord server at the Austinator, where I'm part of Storm's Nation. If you guys want to join Storm's Nation, you guys should definitely go to either on Twitter or Ninjoid's Twitter. So if you guys can do that, that would be absolutely great. But until then, just also, you guys, if you guys want, you guys can subscribe to the channel. I'm at 31 subscribers. I'm trying to reach my new goal of 40 subscribers. So if you guys would like to subscribe, that would be totally fine. Just give me like 1 second, guys. I'm going to share this on my Twitter. Just give me like a few seconds here. Give me like 10 seconds, guys. Give me. Okay, it should be sent. Oh, hey, Star, what's up, man? We're doing a 31 on 31 type video, kind of like Cody Leach's channel. He does the horror stuff, and I'm actually going to be doing a horror movie rankings hour. It's going to be all the Nightmare films, all the Friday films, and all the Halloween films. So you can say I am taking it directly from Cody Leach, but hey, I'm not stealing it. I'm borrowing the idea. I would like to think. So, without further ado, let's begin. So at dead last, and when I mean dead last, I mean like it's the worst one out of them all, is Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. Oh man, where do I begin with this film? This film is an absolute disaster. And when I mean an absolute disaster, I mean it's an absolute disaster. Just give me a second. I'm actually going to create a banner for my last place. Just hang on. Yeah, Nightmare 2010 is at dead last. We got Jason in the house. We got Big Afford Entertainment, aka Jason. What's up? What's up, Jason, man? What's up? It was trash. Yeah, it was, Jason. It was absolutely trash. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, Nightmare 2010 sucks. Like, that should just immediately be right out of the gate. It's absolutely garbage. Now, when I mean it's garbage, I'll explain. First of all, it was so boring. I'm shocked. A remake that's boring? Whoa, man. Sorry, yes, it was. It is boring. Like, it was all a bunch of jump scares. I didn't find the movie to be enjoyable. I found the film to be, it's basically a retread, but they did it worse. The CGI was bad. I didn't find any of it to be enjoyable. The only good thing about the film was Jackie Earle Haley's Freddy, but even then, it wasn't even that good. Well, actually, I wouldn't say it wasn't that good. Like, there were some good things. Like, he's the best thing about the film, but he's not. I don't know. He was good, but he was just good in a bad movie, which you could say about anybody. My real last thing about it is that the main lead actress who played Nancy, she did not care about this franchise, and it showed. She phoned it in. It was just boring. Like, she was boring. Like, I would have preferred Katie Cassidy's character, aka I forgot her name. This movie's so boring and forgettable that honestly, it's not even worth talking about anymore. So at dead last is Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Coming in at second to last place is Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Yikes. Okay, so unlike Nightmare on Elm Street 2010, where it's so boring that I was like going insane, Freddy's Dead was not only boring, but it was infuriating. I mean, I don't even need to explain how bad it is. It's cheesy. I found the film to be very it was just too comedic. Cause if you compare Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, where I'll be talking about it very later on in this list, don't get me wrong. Freddy was the perfect combination of humorous and scary Freddy. This Freddy was too humorous. Like, he was dressed up as the Wicked Witch of the West. He's driving a bus, and he killed a guy. He killed John, like a Looney Tunes character. And then let's not forget the infamous Power Glove. I mean, what do you want me? What else do you want me to say? The movie doesn't take like the one thing I can say about this movie that the reason why it's not dead last is because I wasn't taking it seriously. But even then, this film is a infuriating mess, and no one should watch it. That is why Freddy's Dead is at the whatever is like second to last. Coming in after Freddy's Dead is Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Oh boy, where do I begin with this one? This movie is probably my least favorite Halloween movie. It's just really, really bad. Where do I even begin? Now, I'll actually start with the theatrical cut. There's actually one good thing about the theatrical cut, and that was that death scene where the guy's head gets blown up. I agree. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that, man. But Halloween 6, the theatrical cut, it's boring, but it's just so terribly written. And the main villain of Dr. Wynn, was absolutely, the twist was stupid. And there are, the reason why it's not dead last again, it's because it's not, how do I put it? It's not, there's more things to like about Halloween 6 than the other two. I will say that much. Like, I think that scene was cool. Like, I think Donald Pleasance, this was Donald Pleasance's last movie. He does very, very well in it. However, I feel like that the ending was completely terrible in both the theatrical cut and the director's cut, which I will be talking about in a couple seconds. But the theatrical cut is nothing to write home about. It's just bad. It has bad writing. The director's cut, on the other hand, oh man, the OG Halloween's 1 and 2 are the only great Halloween films in my opinion. Well, we'll be getting to those at some point in the list. Halloween 6, the director's cut, there's a lot more wrong with that film. Like, I don't understand how people even like that movie, the director's cut, because Halloween 6, the director's cut, had more issues. Like, they basically state that Michael Myers is the uncle dad because he impregnated his niece, and and the last scene where Donald Pleasance reveal that he had the thorn symbol on him. The last thing you hear Donald Pleasance on screen is him screaming. What a way to even respect his legacy. Absolutely disgusting. That's why I'm putting Halloween 6 at the bottom 3. So coming in after Halloween 6 is Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. What can I say that has not been said already? This movie is clickbait before clickbait was a thing. The movie is supposed to be Jason goes to Manhattan and he's like, Havoc was supposed to, come, whatever. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Most of the movie was Jason going on a boat for like 90% of the movie, and then he's like in New York for like 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to explain why it's not at the bottom, and that is because there's a couple scenes with Jason that are absolutely hilarious. Like, Jason kicks like a trash can, he punches a guy's head off. It's stupid, but I enjoyed those parts. But the problem is, again, if Jason's going to be on a boat the entire film, do not call it Jason Takes Manhattan, because he's not in Manhattan. And also, the design of Jason is absolutely hideous. Like, I like the design in Part 7 more than Part 8. It's just, it sucks. The movie just doesn't work, and honestly, that's why it's at the bottom 4. Coming in at after this, it shouldn't be a surprise to any of you, but I am going with Halloween Ressurection. Halloween Ressurection is again another film that this is just one of the many movies on this list that shouldn't have happened, because this film, it's just, again, what do you expect me to say? It's just a very, very boring movie. They killed Jamie off in the first 10 minutes. I feel like that oh no, not Jamie, I'm sorry. Because I was thinking Jamie Lee Curtis, but Laurie Strode, they killed her off in the first maybe 10 minutes of the film. They then focus on this found footage type film. And this found footage, I don't like found footage movies at all. Like, let me just put that out there. I don't like them. They just don't work for me. Like, I find them to be incredibly boring, and I find them to be absolute, because if you take Blair Witch, for example, it's not that great of a film, and I don't like any of the Blair Witches at all. And Ressurection basically proves my point that found footage movies cannot be done well. I found the movie to be completely stupid, if that makes any sense. It had Busta Rhymes come in, and it was just, I don't know why. It made no sense. They didn't need to make it after H2O. So personally, I'm gonna put Resurrection at the bottom. And the reason why I'm not putting it that low on the list is because Resurrection, to me, it's not the worst Halloween sequel, but it's the most pointless sequel on the list. That's why I'm putting Halloween Resurrection at the pretty much towards the bottom. Coming in after Halloween Resurrection is Halloween 2, or Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, I'll give Rob Zombie this. His first Halloween movie was pretty good. I wouldn't necessarily call it the best thing ever, but for the most part, it was his own thing. I give it credit. So now you ask, well, what's the problem? Well, Halloween 2, it's terrible. Like, it's probably one of the worst written films on the list. It's definitely one of the more frustrating films because the writing is just so bizarre that honestly, I don't even know how to describe it because it's just so unbelievably, it's bad. Like, the characters don't act like their counterparts. Like, Laurie doesn't act like Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie. Like, she's an absolute bitch in this film. And honestly, I didn't like the twist at the end where it's revealed that she's going to be the next Michael Myers. So unfortunately, Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. The reason why it's not very, very low, it's because Halloween 2 was trying to be its own thing, which I respect it for. It is, again, it's not the worst Halloween movie in my opinion, but it's definitely one of the more dumb and just should not be rewatched, in my opinion. Coming in after Halloween 2, I'm going to go with Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to Hell, to me, is a film that, again, doesn't work. It feels like it's just, alright, so here's my issue with Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to Hell's biggest issue is that you don't really see Jason in this movie. You don't. Like, Jason is in the film maybe the last 10 minutes of the film, and then you see Jason towards the end. Okay, fine. But then he becomes a worm, and then he's infecting people. That already sounds to me really stupid. And especially for Friday the 13th, this is stupid. Because Jason should not be a worm. Hey, Ninjoid, how's it going? So basically, the reason why Jason Goes to Hell, again, is hang on. Resurrection is a good title. Well, it is a good title, but the problem is, Ninjoid, is that Resurrection, and I'm going to explain this, Resurrection, wait, which Resurrection are you talking, are you just like talking about Resurrection in general, or are you talking about the title of Halloween Resurrection? Because Halloween Resurrection is a bad film. But going back to this, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason Goes to Hell's biggest, the reason why it's not very low, and like I said, I'm going back to this, is that Jason, the kills are very gory, which I would expect from a film like this, and it does its job fine, I guess. But it's dumb. I don't really like the ending was cool, where Freddy came up with a glove and then he put Jason's mask down to hell. That was actually pretty awesome. Oh, Ninjoid's here. Hey, Ninjoid.
Hey! Yeah, I'm not a horror guy, but I'm here.
That is perfectly fine, Ninjoid.
What?
I said that's perfectly fine, my friend.
Yeah, alright, thank you.
But while you're here, Ninjoid, I just had to let you know that my Stargirl review live discussion, I had to private that. It was a disaster of a live discussion. I know I keep saying that, but going back to Jason Goes to Hell. Oh, Sour's on here. Sour!
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Okay, Ryan, now you can talk about horror with him.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Alright, so, Sour, I would like to ask you, before I continue with this, do you agree with my list so far?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was about to say that my biggest issue, the reason why Jason Goes to Hell is not at the very bottom, like towards the bottom, is because I felt like the kills were pretty good and they were pretty gory, and I found some of the, like, you had the Necronomicon that was cool, and then you had the ending, which was actually pretty badass. But that's really saving the film.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got So after that, I'm going with Halloween 5. Halloween 5, again, it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, it is.
However, I don't think it's as bad as the previous films because I do find some entertainment in Halloween 5. Like, I like Donald Pleasance again is very good in it. I find the kills to be enjoyable. Daniel Harris is really great in here as Jamie, but that's really my only positives with the film. Everything else besides those things suck. I hate Tina.
Did you already rank the Rob Zombie films?
I did Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I did not do the first Halloween yet.
Yeah, I hate the Rob Zombie Halloween films.
No, I hate the second one, but the first one is actually it's a little farther up the list, surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't like either.
I mean, I can respect that. The one thing I just didn't like about this, like everything about this film, other than those things I mentioned that were positive, was awful. Like I didn't like the characters besides Jamie. I found Tina to be the worst character in all four. I just think they killed off the sister very early on, which I think that was probably the worst thing they can do.
Definitely.
Hey everyone, hey Lex.
Super retarded.
How you doing, Lex?
Hello there, Lex.
So that's kind of why Halloween 5 isn't too low, but it's also really bad. Like basically, like after this next one are basically films that I find to be mediocre. So the last real bad one, or I guess least bad, I'm gonna go with Nightmare on Elm Street 5: The Dream Child.
I honestly haven't seen a lot of Freddy or Jason movies. I haven't really seen a lot of Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So I haven't seen this one, so I can't really talk about this.
Well, I would just like to state first and foremost that I think Nightmare 5 is easily, it's not the worst in the Nightmare series, but it is probably the weakest. Like I found, like the kills are really creative and cool, and like I like the bike scene where Dan becomes like this mutant and like Freddy like kills him. That was pretty cool. Like the CGI and stuff was great for the time.
I've seen that clip on YouTube. That was really cool.
Yeah. But other than that, the film was just kind of Like, it wasn't really a awful film, but it was just kind of mediocre to where I didn't find the movie to be that fantastic. I found Nightmare 5 to be just one of those films that I probably don't really go back to that much because it's not it just isn't my favorite, to say the least. Like, it's better than Freddy's Dead and Nightmare 2010, but it's not really saying much. So coming in next is Friday the 13th Part 3. Now, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this because I know people are going to say, well, this is where Jason gets his mask. Yes, and I'm not saying that's the reason why the reason why I'm putting it here is because the 3D parts of this film kind of ruined this movie because you could tell they were trying to advocate for the 3D parts of the film, which I don't mind at all, but that's kind of my biggest issue with it is that they kind of just don't work as well. But don't get me wrong, like the kills are again really really cool, and Jason does get his mask, but I feel like that in terms of the Friday the 13th films, I found them to be very weak. I found this one to be one of the weaker ones, but it's not the least. It's not my least favorite though. Like I would watch this over the other Friday the 13th movies that I mentioned. That's why I'm putting this one. So far, it's probably, yeah, I would say it's pretty high up there. I don't know what my number is right now. I'm pretty sure I'm like up there, or it's like, yeah, we'll just keep going here. Coming in above that is Friday the 13th, 2009, aka the Friday the 13th remake. Now, here's the thing: the remake isn't a bad film, but I feel like because again, it was trying to be its own thing, which I give them credit for. It's a better film than most people really think it is. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not my favorite Friday the 13th film, but I think out of all the remakes, like I still find this one to be much more enjoyable than the Nightmare remake. And I found this to be, and like again, like Jason is actually really scary in this film. Like he's running, and I'm just like, if Jason ran in the original films, like that'd be like horrifying.
Yeah, it would.
And the kills are really creative too. Like they had like he put someone in like a sleeping bag and like he held them over a fire. That's disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
So honestly, I mean, Friday the 13th, 2009 is not a bad film. I would say it's not again my favorite film, but I would rather watch this over the Nightmare remake. That's why I'm going.
Definitely.
Now, actually, we're going to continue the Friday train because actually after this, I'm going with Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, this is the first appearance of Jason, which I know a lot of people are going to tell me, oh, well, why aren't you putting, why are you putting this low? Hear me out, okay? I know that a lot of people like this film a lot. Yes, Ninja. Yeah, it's a Friday train because so far I've been talking about Friday a lot, but that kind of really shows how well, or not really well, how this franchise really aged. I never watched a single horror film in my life. Well, Lex, let me tell you, if you want to start watching horror, like I recommend watching Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street because those are the OG like horror films.
Yeah, they are.
Like I don't even recommend any of the newer stuff. Like I just recommend Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. Maybe Texas Chainsaw, but even then, like I would just recommend just watching these films.
I love Texas Chainsaw. Well, one of my favorite slashers, if not my favorite.
I saw Poltergeist, and with that's scary. The first one, the OG one that we're talking about. And then The Shining I just saw last week.
Oh, really? How was it?
I thought it was good. It was great. I'll put it at the great. Maybe like an 8 out of 10 for me. But that's just my taste because I don't like horror films. Like, I'm with Lex on this. Yeah, like, most horror films I don't enjoy and I don't like them, plain period.
That is perfectly fine, Ninjoid. Perfectly fine.
The Shining is a 15 out of 10.
Yeah, like I tried watching Annabelle, the first one, and let me just tell you, no, I couldn't even get over the first 11 minutes of the film.
Now, was it because it was bad, or was it because it was scary?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a scary cat with horror films.
Well, see, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, but still, yeah, like, okay, whatever. Let's just continue with your list.
What films are supposed to scare you?
Also, I saw films, and I'm gonna say they were good. I guess.
I love them. Saw are my two favorite horror franchises.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna quickly just share the stream around.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Do that and enjoy. I think I kind of I find this film to be enjoyable. I don't necessarily think this film was awful, but Friday Part 2 was good.
I love Friday Part 2. It's not one of my favorite horror films, but I still think it's probably the best, honestly. Friday film, yeah.
Like, I agree. Like, don't get me wrong, Friday Part 2 is a good film, but it's, again, not my personal favorite because there are other films in the series that I feel like are higher up on this list that I probably would rather watch. But that's just my thing.
Yeah.
So actually coming in higher, I think this might be a controversial pick, but I'm gonna go with the most hated, but I don't really understand why film, and that's Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, Freddy's Revenge isn't a bad, like, again, I don't think it's a awful film. Like, there's actually a lot of things I liked about it. Like, if you don't even consider it part of the main series, you could probably say that it's basically an Elseworld story because it doesn't really have any continuity with any of the other films, and it definitely doesn't feel like it's definitely one of those films that it actually has one of the best Freddy incarnations to date with he's like really dark and serious here. It's actually one of my favorite Freddys, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he's a pretty good Freddy.
Yeah. We got a couple comments here. I can agree with your list, and I want to thank you for all you support. You know what? You're welcome, man. You know,
Yep.
me, Ninjoid, and Sour, we support you, man. I watch your vids. I mean, Off the Clock it's actually really, really cool, Jason. I really like those films. Sorry, I'm so distracted with the films that I'm talking about that I'm getting a little distracted here. But yeah, I really like your Off the Clock series. I like how and I also agree with you about the Iron Cut, by the way, Jason. I don't want to see that because what's the point of having the Iron Cut? Because all the Iron Cut's gonna do it's just gonna make me hate Suicide Squad even more because I didn't even like the theatrical cut or the extended cut to even be quite frank.
The only good stuff with Suicide Squad was Deadshot, Harley, and that's basically it. And also Batman.
The 2 minutes of Batman was like the best part of the film.
Yeah. But besides for that, we had a trashy Joker, which sucks ass.
With the damaged tattoo on his forehead, the stupid smiley face on his hand, where he would go, ha, 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 ha.
Wait, what?
He had that stupid, like, smiley face tattoo on his hand where he would put it over his mouth. Like,
yeah.
This man I'm with Ninjoid. I tried watching it 2017 and I was scared within the first 5 minutes. I honestly have never seen it. I'm actually gonna be quite honest because
you never seen It? You mean the original It or the new It?
Any of the It's because I do not like clowns.
Yeah, I hate clowns too. Besides for the Prince of Crime, and that's the Joker.
Okay, so the original It was good. Nothing great, but good. It 2017, great film. One of the best horror films of the decade.
Agreed.
And
thank you.
It 2 was pretty bad. It Chapter 2.
I heard It Chapter 2 wasn't like I heard from other people that it was good, but they said it wasn't like the best It movie.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. It's definitely the weakest It film.
So I want to get back to this because we still have a ton of films to get through. Nightmare 2 as an Elseworld story is pretty good. I like the Freddy in this movie. There are a lot of stereotypes in this film.
Yeah, there is.
It kind of gets it gets outrageous at times, like the scene where Coach Snyder was at the bar and then they makes Jesse run laps.
Yeah, that was
just it was stupid. It's okay. You know, I would say its own thing. It's fine. It's, again, not my favorite.
Special.
Coming in next is Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one. Now, you're going to be asking, why am I putting it this high? Because I know, like, Sour doesn't like this film.
Yeah.
See, here's my thing. I think it's its own thing. It's fine. Like, I don't think, again, he made it his own. He basically took the original, Halloween, but put the Rob Zombie twist on it, which I am perfectly fine with. I perfectly am fine with. Like, the mask was cool. Like, the kills were kind of brutal, but you expect that with Rob Zombie.
I mean, yeah. It's Rob freaking Zombie, of course.
And I definitely, and for the most part, the acting is okay. But it feels like they were trying to go with more of a like, they would swear the entire time, and that to me kind of got old really quick.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
I like
what
this.
The fuck is going on here? What the fuck? Just like, shut up. I want me to hear curse words every 5 seconds.
Yeah. I like the stuff in the asylum. Have you guys seen Prince of Darkness? I think I own it. I don't know if I have.
I've never even heard of it.
Is Prince of Darkness any good, Jason? If it's good, then I might check it out. Because I'm open to suggestions. Because I need something to watch. Because I basically have nothing to do besides schoolwork, YouTube, and that's basically about it.
Same.
Yeah, technically it's the same also. With schoolwork and all that.
So, but yeah, I think Halloween 2007 is okay. It's a good film, it's mainly okay. Like, I would rewatch it over the other films because I do think it as its own thing. Again, I find it to be very, very enjoyable. And honestly, I mean, that's really all I have to say about Halloween 2007. It's okay. So coming after that is Friday the 13th Part 5. Yeah, it was very good. Okay, then I might check it out. I will check it out, Jason, now, since you said it was very, very good. I will definitely check that out. Halloween Friday Part 5, The New Beginning. Guys, if I am I'm all over the place today. I am. It's just one of those days.
Oh, trust me, Austin. I'm not feeling good either.
I feel you on that, my friend. Friday Part 5. Friday Part 5, they try to do the whole imposter Jason thing, which actually sounds like a good idea, to tell you the truth. Like, I like the whole, let's have an imposter killer for each one. That actually would have been cool. The problem is with this film, it was pretty obvious who it was. It was the guy whose son was killed because he offered this guy with the anger problems a chocolate bar, and then the guy killed him. Like, that was actually I thought that was actually predictable. I found the kills to be pretty good. I didn't necessarily, they're not the best in the series by far, but I felt like it was a fun movie. I didn't necessarily. I mean, there's really nothing really left to say about Part 5. There are things that were really good in it, but at the same time, I'm not a Friday Part 5 connoisseur. I love horror films, so if I think of any other ones, I'll tell you guys. Here's another one, They Live. I think I might. I don't know if I have that, though. I might have to check.
I heard of it. I never watched it.
Yeah, is it on a streaming service? Because if it is, then I will definitely check it out. Because I'm actually going to start. Oh, wait, I don't have a pen. You know what? I'm not.
Have you seen the film It Follows? I think that's what it's called.
It Follows?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one.
Well, you know what the premise is?
What?
The premise is kind of weird, but it's a pretty scary and good horror film. So it's all about there's this monster that like if you don't get rid of it, it'll kill you. It's basic. But the way to get rid of it is to have sex with someone and then they get it. It's a really weird premise, but it's a good film.
It's a very bizarre plot, but you know, hey, I'll take it.
It's a little bit weird, but okay.
Yeah, it is. And it follows this one girl who had sex with the guy who had it before. So now she's being hunted and she's trying to get laid.
Ooh, might have to check it out now.
Ooh.
I may have to check it out too. I played around.
No, you should check it out. It's a good film.
Nah.
Why not? Enjoyed? Why ain't you? Oh, because you don't like horror films.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, so coming up after that is Halloween 3. I think Halloween 3 had that reputation when it came out because Michael Myers wasn't in it, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is the worst thing ever. We want Michael Myers back." But as its own thing, I like Halloween 3. It's again as it's like I know I keep saying this, but as its own thing, I liked it. Like the music was very, very good. Yeah, you better not and enjoyed. Lex, come on, Lex. Lex, come on, Lex, come on.
Lex. Yeah. I'm not. Absolutely 100%.
So to go back to Halloween 3, I thought the music was really good, and I liked the acting of the film, and the kills in this film were actually pretty cool and inventive. Like there was this one kill where like the laser hit like the microchip, and like the woman's like face gets like melt. Well, I wouldn't say melt off, but like it becomes like bugs came out, and then there was this other kill where like the kid was wearing like a pumpkin mask, and the pumpkin mask turned into like this like mush. Like that was absolutely like sick and like disgusting. That was yummy. Like and then like snakes and like bugs would like come out, and then like the snakes like kill the mom. That was cool. The acting was good in the film too. I found this film to be very, very. It was actually really interesting. It's like a sci-fi film. It's actually really fun. Like I definitely would say Halloween 3 as it's a good film, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who just likes horror films. Coming in next is the original Friday the 13th. Now, Friday the 13th Part 1 is basically what really started, or kind of what jump started the slasher genre in a way. Yep, Seeing It Follows. I liked it. I'm not sure if they are on streaming services as they are old movies, but I'm sure you can find them somewhere. All right, then I will try to find them. So now I got to watch Prince of Darkness, They Live, and It Follows. Smash the like button. Yes, smash that like button, guys. You guys should definitely do that.
Go Lex, yeah.
But yeah, Friday the 13th was kind of revolutionary for the genre because it was basically one of the really big slasher films, and it was the one that really stuck.
Okay, I'm back.
And oh hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
But so I'm talking about Friday the 13th, the original Friday the 13th. I found Friday the 13th to be the original one to be really good. Like
Yeah.
Betsy Palmer as like the antagonist of the film. Spoiler alert if you didn't watch it. She's Jason's mom. I don't know why I'm saying spoiler alert. This film came out like the 1970s or somewhere around there.
Hey, I don't care. Okay, I don't care if I get spoiled the heck out of it.
But listen, if a film came out like the 70s and 80s, I feel like it's fine to spoil it.
Yeah.
Oh well, I was trying not to spoil the Skywalker saga to Sour and everything because he hasn't seen them, and that's kind of impossible. That's kind of impossible, Sour.
Yeah, but with like horror films, like it's very hard to really like spoil it because everybody either because like with horror films, it's really like it's
Like
predictable.
mainly the trailers explain what's gonna happen, basically.
Yeah.
Like you understand, like the trailer explains it completely. So you can, if you like the trailer, then you'll probably like the film.
Yeah, except for Fantastic Four 2015, where it's basically the entire movie is in the trailer. God,
Okay, yeah.
God, I hate that movie. I hate it so much.
Wait, what's that film?
Fantastic Four 2015.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
Yeah,
bad.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, you guys all know I despise that film within my entire life. It's probably the #1 Nindroid 243 channel most hated film.
Bad.
We just always mention that film. Like, oh, is it worse than the Fantastic Four 2015? Yes or no? No. That film still sucks.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, it's bad. I think it should die in a hole. The casting was great for everyone, but the story sucked. And, story sucked. Characters were so undeveloped, and just some of the lines were cringy. Just plain cringy. And that's not what the Fantastic Four, that's not who they are.
You are absolutely correct, Nindroid. But moving back to this, so coming up next, a lot of people are going to be shocked that's this high up, but I'm going with, after this, Jason X. Now, listen, I think everybody should at least agree that this movie is a masterpiece. I refuse to believe, and I would have put this at #1 too. I was ready to put this at #1 and call it a day. I was like, Jason X is #1 forever and always. But I'm like, you know what? No, this is just gonna peeve everybody. Everybody's just gonna be like, Austin, what drugs are you on? You are clearly going crazy to put Jason X at #1. But let me tell you, it is a really funny movie. When I mean it's funny, I mean it's hysterical. I mean, Jason is in space. Let me repeat myself. Jason Voorhees is in space on a spaceship.
Just that premise alone makes any movie just 10 out of 10.
And then towards the end of the movie, he becomes like a robot.
Such an insane movie, but it's such a great movie.
It works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Jason X is so it's so bad it's funny.
Yeah,
like I refuse to even good. It's funny. I love
That's
it.
what I heard.
It's a 10 out of 10 recommendation. And if you guys hear dogs in the background, that's me. So coming up next after Jason X is Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of Adam's favorite Halloween films, and I can definitely see why, because I feel like Halloween 4 had a really good story. I think Donald Pleasance is great in this film. He definitely has a he's basically crazy in this film because he's so tired of everything that he's just like, dude, let's go. I don't care anymore. And honestly, that's kind of what I like about this movie, is that this movie like takes risks.
Yeah, it does.
Like at the end where they supposedly killed Michael Myers and then Jamie becomes the killer, or was supposed to be the killer. That was risky.
Yeah, it was.
But that's one of the reasons why that's holding Halloween 4 back, is at the ending, they ruined the ending in Halloween 5.
Yeah,
and
which
then,
is annoying.
And the mask in this film was terrible.
I don't remember the mask, honestly.
Oh, it's like where the hair was slicked back.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad.
But other than that, I think I liked the relationship between Jamie and her sister. I mean, that's really all I have to say about Halloween 4. Is that I think it has like the great sister dynamic. I like the kills. I like the acting. I like the score. Ninja, you better not watch that Laid film.
Hey, I'm not. Lex, you better not think that I am, because guess what? I don't like horror films, plain period. Okay? Ryan just thought of it, alright? Ryan thought of it. Ryan brought it up.
Yeah, because they follow it. Wait, no, what was the film called that he brought up?
It Follows.
It Follows. No, not the film I brought up. The film that I think Jason brought up. Yeah, I don't know why, but that title just reminded me of It Follows. That's why I brought it up.
Well, I'm just saying, Lex, I'm not doing it. Alright, now you guys can continue.
Alright, sorry, I had to mute myself for a second there. So coming out after Halloween 4 is Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is one of those films where everything else, like if you went to see this for like a horror film, you might not like it. But if you came to see Jason and Freddy beat the crap out of each other, you basically get it here. Like like the action sequences between Freddy and Jason are fantastic. Robert Englund is great here. It just sucks that Kane Hodder did not play Jason in this film, because that would have made this movie even better.
Definitely.
Because Kane Hodder does like the most badass stuff with Jason, especially in like part 7, where like Jason gets like hung and like he gets like thumbtacks stuck in him, and then he's like on fire. Dude, that film was like awesome. Yeah. Dude, I can't wait to talk about part 7, because that's actually really high on my list. But Freddy vs. Jason has like the score is fantastic. Like I would even just recommend buying like the soundtrack, because it's incredible.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best. I don't know if it's really. I'm just gonna call it a Friday the 13th film. This is probably one of the best scores in any Friday the 13th film.
Oh, it is. Like Batman versus Superman, and I liked Batman versus Superman though. I really did. I liked the extended cut is fantastic. And
I have a lot of words to say about Batman versus Superman. So Sour and I had a stream, and we both gave Batman vs. Superman the worst DCU film, but we forgot to include the extended cut of it. Like the ultimate cut.
I never seen the extended cut.
Theatrical release DCU films.
I never seen the extended cut.
And let me tell you, the ultimate cut of Batman vs. Superman is one of the best DC films, plain period.
Oh, it is. I
never saw it.
BVS it's good. I like the ultimate cut. I do think I think this might be a controversial thing, but I think the ultimate cut of Batman versus Superman is better than Shazam. Also, the ultimate cut of Batman versus Superman is better than, in my opinion, it's better than Birds of Prey. I mean, hey, that's my opinion. I mean, if any of you don't like that, that's perfectly fine. You know, I understand. You know, but
no. I just think that Batman versus Superman, the theatrical cut, was a little bit confusing, and the editing was very like all over the place.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. The theatrical cut,
and that's why it's the That's why it was my least favorite. The theatrical cut I'm talking about. The ultimate cut, probably right around Wonder Woman and Aquaman for me as the best. Because
it's number one for me because I love
almost they're almost like they're two completely different films. Like the Superman 2. Like Superman 2, there's two different cuts of the film. And they're both completely different. Have you ever watched the Richard Donner cut or whatever?
Yeah.
Of Superman 2?
Yes, I have.
And tell you, that rocks, and also the original cut, in my opinion. I don't know which one's better.
Yeah, Superman 2 is I think Superman 2 is just a great film in general. And if you heard that noise in the background, it's because I'm not in my room for this. I'm actually out where there's going to be a lot of noise because the internet in my room does not really connect. That's why you guys will probably hear a lot of noise.
Well, I'm outside. That's why you hear all the flying cars.
Yeah, but you can hear like my parents. You guys can hear my dogs. It's where it's like the loudest. So again, if anybody's really wondering that, listening to the chat, I just want to point that out.
All right. Back to Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh wait, yeah. So I mean, like I think I kind of said it all. I think as like a crossover film, it's really good. I don't know if I would necessarily call it a great horror film because it's not really scary, but as like a really good action movie, I definitely recommend Freddy vs. Jason. So coming up after that, I'm gonna go with Halloween 2018. Now I know I'm probably again gonna get a lot of hate for this because I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, Halloween 2018 was the best." That's what I think. I think that's how they sound. It's like, guys, Halloween 2018 was the best. It's like,
it is not
the
best.
I will agree that it was the best horror movie of that year. However,
I have no words to say.
However,
I have spoken.
However, I don't think it's a bad film.
I'd say it's just decent.
Yeah, it's a good film, but the problem is for me is that it's not that good. Like I find the film to be, I think, and I actually agree with Adam on this, and I agree with Robin Adam on this, that Halloween 2018 is H2O, but H2O did it better.
One of my least favorite parts about Halloween 2018 is that they basically retcon the second one, which reveals that Jamie Lee Curtis's character, I forget her name, Laura, and Michael Myers were actually brother and sisters. It just basically retcons everything after one. So it doesn't really make sense for Michael Myers coming after Jamie Lee Curtis's character again.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, Sour. I did think don't get me wrong. I like that. I like the last act of the film. I like that it's not a jump scare filled film. It's more of a tension filled film where.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the. What did I not like? I didn't like the two reporters because I feel like they were just two of the most pointless. They were basically there to get killed by Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But Laurie in the film was badass. Like Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome as always.
Laurie, yeah, Laurie. I was thinking of Laura for some reason. Yeah, Laurie was probably the best in this film. She was super badass. She knew Michael Myers' weaknesses and strengths, so she knew what to do.
But I tell you, the new Halloween title, I'm already not. It's called Halloween Kills. What a creative title that is.
I know.
Halloween Kills. Might as well just call it Halloween Mass Murderer. Or Halloween Guy in Mask shows up.
Guy in Mask shows up. What a fantastic title.
Or they might as well just call it Halloween Horror Movie.
Wait, when is Halloween Kills supposed to
Well, it was supposed to come out this year, but then it got delayed to next year.
Okay. I don't even know the premise of it. Like, when are they gonna call it? Like 2018.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, I also did like the granddaughter in this film. She did nothing.
Yeah, the granddaughter was pretty boring. I forgot all about her.
So I mean, but everything else in this film I like. I like the kills. The music in this film is also really good as well. But that's what you really would expect with John Carpenter doing the music. So,
John Carpenter is a fantastic director.
Oh, absolutely, 100% agree. And that's what I have to say about Halloween 2018. Is it's a good film, but I think it's a little overrated.
He also directed my second favorite film, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, I heard that was really good.
It's fantastic, dude.
Like you could tell John. I think because like John Carpenter's favorite film was The Thing, and he really had prepared a lot, and that's probably why it was really good.
Yeah.
So moving on next is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Now this movie has the greatest opening of all time, where Jason is doing the James Bond type of intro.
I'll be right back. All right, guys.
All right, that is perfectly fine. I like how Jason is basically a zombie in this movie, and I like but this is like one of the Friday films that's like more humorous. Like it's not taking itself seriously, but that's actually a good thing because like if it's a guy like in his hockey mask as a zombie, what do you expect? It's dumb.
It's silly.
It's silly.
Three-party premise.
It's stupid, but at the same time, it's great.
Yeah.
The kills in this movie again were really cool. I liked some of its. I like Tommy Jarvis in this film was okay. He's not my favorite Tommy Jarvis, but at the same time, I still found him to be pretty enjoyable as a character.
I haven't seen this one, so I can't really comment.
So I believe we're actually. Oh, I think this is number 10. I think we're actually towards the end here.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, hey, Friday Part 6 gets the number 10 spot. Well done, Friday Part 6. Don't worry, each franchise film has at least one film on the top 10 list. But actually, they have multiple films, actually, to tell you the truth.
Wait, did you get to the I always forget the title, but this is definitely my favorite Friday the 13th film. The one where it's meta as fuck. They're shooting another not Friday, Nightmare. They're shooting another Nightmare film, but Freddy actually comes into the real world and hunts him down.
I did not get to that one yet. We're actually going to get to that one.
I keep forgetting the title, then.
Fairly soon.
I don't remember the title. That's definitely my favorite Nightmare film.
Oh wait, no, this is number. Oh, I think this is number 11 because I think I missed like 2 movies. I think so. This is number 11. Is Friday Part 6. So actually, I'm gonna get to the top one, or I'm actually gonna go with the one that I missed. Is gonna be Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. I found this movie. I think this movie was like where Freddy started to become more comical, but I still found this movie to be quite enjoyable when it comes down to the because I found Freddy, like, even though he's more humorous in this film, I still found him quite threatening, and the kills in this movie were pretty cool, and like especially like the scene where he turns like one of the girls into like a bug, and then crush the Roach Hotel.
Yeah.
And I like the music here as well, but I didn't like it as much as Dream Warriors, which I'm actually going to be getting to like once, because you guys might predict where it's going to be on the list, but Nightmare 4 was pretty good. I like the visuals of it, which really, I guess you could say about like Nightmare 5 as well, as that the visuals are good, but I like the story here better. The one thing that I didn't like about this film was that I didn't like how they killed off the 3 original Dream Warriors in like the first 10 minutes. That actually always annoyed me, but at the same time, I'm okay with it because it was an entertaining film. But at the same time, it's not my favorite Nightmare film, but I would still go back to watch it. I would rather watch Nightmare 4 over the other 3 Nightmare films.
Yeah, I gotta go. Sorry.
That's okay, Sour. I can cover for you.
Okay. Thanks. See you, everybody.
See you,
Bye.
Sour. Okay, so while Ninjoid is currently muted and Sour left, that means we're going into the top 10. Or I think we're at, oh no, I think we're already at 10, I think. Yeah, we're at 10. So I think after that, I'm going with Halloween H2O. Now, I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about Halloween 2018, was that I think H2O did what 2018 did, but they did it better. Like, I liked everything to do with that film, because basically this was here's why these two films are similar. You got Jamie Lee Curtis, she's, Laurie Strode, she is paranoid that Michael Myers is going to show up, and she's preparing herself. Well, that was basically in the newer one, but in this earlier one, they had the I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had this one. She was more like scared and she didn't want to confront him, but then at the end, like they have like this epic confrontation, and I think they did this way better. Like, I like the music in this film is again really good. The mask is just bad. The kills are pretty cool too. Like, I like the opening of the film. And honestly, and I also like the relationship between Laurie and John, who is played by Josh Hartnett, I believe. And I do like Josh Hartnett a lot. Oh, there's Ninjoid.
Where'd that Sour go?
Sour left.
Oh, big sad.
But yeah, so guys, if you guys are trying to keep up, I believe this is like number 9, I believe, or 8, because I think it's number 9, I believe. I think like 10 was like Nightmare 4, but number 9 was H2O, because I found the film to be really enjoyable. I like the chemistry between Jamie Lee Curtis and Josh Hartnett. They did very well here. I like the kills. I like the score. I like the atmosphere. I think the ending of this film was really good, but the problem is Resurrection ruined this ending. So if you just ignore Resurrection, this is actually a really good Halloween movie. And I definitely would recommend it. Just try to forget that that it ever happens. Coming in, I believe at number 8. I think it's number 8 or 7. I believe so, right there. I know I should have came a little bit more organized, but I forgot a couple films, so I kind of got lost. But I'm going with Halloween 2. The original Halloween 2. I'm not talking about the Rob Zombie Halloween film, which was like which is towards the bottom of the list. The original Halloween 2 was actually a really, really good sequel, and that's really the only, like, the original 2 Halloween movies are really, really good, and I will absolutely agree with Sour on this, is that the original 2 Halloween movies are really good, and honestly, Halloween 2 would have been the perfect end to Michael Myers' story, because honestly, I don't know how he really came back after getting burned alive, but besides that, I like the atmosphere in this movie. I think that's usually how these Halloween movies work. Is I like the atmosphere. I like the stuff about it. I like the kills in this movie are actually really, really good. I liked the acting in it. I think Jamie Lee Curtis again is really, really good, and I really like Donald Pleasance. He was also really, really great in it. The twist of Michael Myers being Laurie's brother, I found it to be it was kind of like, really, but I think they did it because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he did it because of writer's block. John Carpenter did, but hey, I'll take it. Hey, it was a cool twist, and it does play into H2O quite a bit. But hey, I still found the film to be really, really good, and I would definitely recommend this. If you really want to go into Halloween, you guys can definitely. I would definitely recommend it. So coming in next is New Nightmare. Now I know Sour brought this up. It is actually my top 10, and I'm going to explain why. Because New Nightmare to me is a really, really good film. I really liked like the Freddy in this movie is fantastic. Like I like the look, I like the glove with like the 5 razor blades or the 5 blades on his fingers, and I like the glove, I like the hat. I like that he was wearing a jacket in this movie. I like also that he didn't really speak when you see him. Like he was like really scary, and I just everything. It was really meta, which is kind of new at the time in terms of horror films because um it was around. This was before Scream, so Wes Craven was like testing this out here, and no one really knew how to react to it because everybody didn't really. It's kind of really hard to talk about because it's one of those things where it's basically it's people didn't like it because of the it was because it was meta, and because of Freddy's Dead, the movie didn't really do so well. But I think now we appreciate it now a little bit more because of the really enjoyable film. So I'm actually gonna. So that's why New Nightmare I believe is at number 6. I think. Let me check because I think I have everything. I think I talked about every. Yeah. So I think it's at number 6. So now we're going into the top 5, everybody. So the films you probably didn't hear yet are probably going to be part of the top 5, and I'm going to start with number 5, and that is Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Friday the 13th, the final chapter is one of the best Friday the 13th movies besides Jason X. No, I'm just kidding. It was a really, really good movie. I liked just the visual effects by Tom Sweeney, I believe. Those are really, really good. It looked real. It looked absolutely gruesome at times. Like especially when Jason was got the machetes just got stabbed in the eye with it, and it just looks so disgusting, and it looks so real. But that's what made it awesome for me. Um, I liked the kills in it. They were really, really well done. The acting I thought was okay, but again, with the Friday the 13th film, you really don't go into it for the acting. You mainly go in to see what kind of outrageous stuff they're going to do. And overall, I liked it. It was a great film, and I definitely would recommend it. So now into my top 4, I'm going with Nightmare on Elm Street 1. Now, for the record, I know a lot of people are going to be wondering why did I put Nightmare on Elm Street 1 very, very low. But that's because I think that Nightmare on Elm Street 1, because I think the other 3 films are really good, are better than this. But I think the original Nightmare on Elm Street is fantastic. Like the visual effects were fantastic. I liked Robert Englund was really, really good in this. He was really scary in this. Like I think he is the scariest he's ever been in any of the Nightmare films besides 7. And I really liked how I like that he's kind of like in the shadows a little bit. So that's probably why I would put and also the music. The score is like very, very atmospheric, which I actually really liked about it. I also liked the kills in this film are actually creative. Like they had the upside down bed with the blood, and then the blood was like on the roof. And I also liked the kill where Tina, who was like the twist of who was going to be the main character, and then she gets sliced off the chest and the roof. That was cool. Like I like that as well. And Nancy is also one of the best final girls ever. She's better than Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode because Nancy was resourceful. She was smart, and Wes Craven always makes females like the final final protagonist, but that's fine. Like, I like that about it. That's why I'm putting Nightmare 1 on number 4. Number 3 is the original Halloween. Now, the original Halloween is, again, is a classic. I will absolutely say that it's a classic. It's the tone and the atmosphere is very perfect. Like, you have the teenage girls, they're act like nothing's really wrong, and then Michael Myers is picking them off silently, and then we get to Laurie Strode, who's the final girl, who, besides Nancy, is the one of the best final girls, and I like her especially in this film, where she's just like she's like the Girl Scout, but when Michael comes around, she's basically has to fend for herself. Donald Pleasance is very, very good in this as Dr. Loomis. He has like the best monologues ever in a horror film. Oh, Ninja just left. So, and Halloween has this like tension about it. Also, Halloween has the first Halloween has like the best mask, or like one of the best masks, because it's just OG. I think the Halloween's a classic. I think it's probably the best Halloween films, one of the best of them, and I will definitely say that it's my number 3. At number 2, I'm going with Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Now, this film, if you want to talk about outrageous, this film takes outrageous to a new level. I liked how, like, Jason basically comes back after this girl who has telekinesis. It sounds stupid already, but you know what? Friday the 13th is stupid anyway, so why not? So Jason has to fight this telekinesis girl. Dude, the kills in this film are also, like, really, really just outrageous. Jason, takes a girl in a sleeping bag and he just, like, throws her against a tree, like he swings her like a baseball bat. And he goes, like, he hit a home run. I found the look of him too to be very, very, very good. And he's like the zombie, which he should be. And he had like it was just, ooh, that was just awesome. I loved the look of it. I liked how his mask was missing a piece at the bottom. Like the final act of the film where like she faced off against Jason was fantastic. It was very, very, very cool. And especially when you have Kane Hodder there, who will do anything. That I appreciate about this film. And that's why I'm putting it at number 2. Now, my number 1 should be obvious. It's Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is the best combination of comedic Freddy and the scary Freddy, unlike the sequels, because the sequels suck. I like how Freddy in this film is... You know what, let me backtrack for a second. The kills in this film are just awesome, especially the one where Freddy comes out from the TV, where the head comes up, and then you have the antennas. And he says, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," and then like he throws her into the TV. That was awesome. It's probably one of the best Freddy moments of all time, in my opinion, anyway. And especially the CGI in this film is actually fantastic for the time, anyway. Like Freddy becomes like claymation, and then he like comes up, and then he like cuts the veins from the guy who likes to make the little dolls. He does that, and then he like uses them as a puppet, and then like cuts them, and then he like falls off the building. That was awesome. And the final act with Nancy and the Dream Warriors, that was cool. Like, I liked how each kid has their own little power and personality to them. That was incredible. Like, I like that. And the music, especially Dawkins' Dream Warriors, that was fantastic. One of the best horror movie soundtracks ever, besides Freddy vs. Jason. But like I said, I think that's personally my favorite horror film out of all of them. And honestly, Yes, it was. Jason, I think, in my opinion anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is the best horror film, or at least one of the best horror films of all time. I think personally it's a great film. It's very, very enjoyable. And I think that, I believe, is my list. I think. So what would your guys' list look like? I would definitely like to see that in the comments, or like in the chat, if any of you guys are still watching this. Or if you guys are watching after the fact, you guys can put that on there as well. Because I'm going to take the next 5 minutes and I'm going to answer your guys' questions. So if you guys have any of them, you guys can definitely ask away. So yeah, that, man, Nightmare 3 is it's awesome. I think personally, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 it's just really good. You know what I mean? I definitely enjoy it. It's just one of those films that you can't really replicate, in a sense. Well, you can, but you really can't. All right. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. This was a better stream than a couple hours ago. Jeez, that was a disaster. I know I keep alluding to how it was a disaster, but it was bad. Like, when I mean bad, it was like terrible. Like, it was so bad I had to private it because it was bad. I was like stumbling all over the place. It was the best one, hands down. I absolutely agree, Jason. But yeah, so actually, while I'm here, I guess I might as well talk about the stream. So a few hours ago, I was going to do a live discussion review of Stargirl episodes 1 and 2, which I guess I can give you like my brief little thing here, because I talked about it already. I really don't want to go into it again. But Stargirl episodes 1 and 2 were very, very good. I like the family dynamic between Stargirl and Pat. The action sequences are really good. The CGI was awesome, are good for CW standards, and the music does have that retro feel. And I gave both of them a 4.5. I gave the first one a 4.5, and I gave the second one a 4.75. But I'm going to be a little judgmental because this is only the first 2 episodes, but I have high hopes. But the live discussion that I did was a disaster. I stumbled upon my words a little bit. I felt it was just very difficult, or in a way, because I was planning on Ninjoid and Sour coming on, but they didn't come on, so it was just one of those things where I kind of had no real. It was just me stumbling every word. It was just bad, so I privated it so no one can see it. So this is your live discussion 9 for today. Now, the next live discussion should take place on Wednesday. I would love to do one on Space Force with Steve Carell. So that should be fun. Or you know what? I might actually do a tier list. I might do a tier list. I'm either gonna do the tier list on Sunday, because like I said, I'm doing because I didn't talk about the schedule yet. The live discussions and gaming streams are going to be taking over the channel for a little while. So if you guys are looking forward to gaming vids like that, those are probably going to happen a little more rarely. I would like to, because the gaming streams and the live discussions get more views than my videos. You're good at this. I would definitely, Jason. I would be honored to have you on my live discussions. Just tell me when, where, what topic we're doing. I will absolutely have you, Jason. Absolutely. Just tell me. Just you know, give me a day, give me a date, give me a topic, give me a time, and you give me because I have you on Facebook, so I can contact you. So. So Jason, just give me a time, a date, just give me any of those, and we'll be good to go, my friend. Oh, and Jason, I will also be watching Danny's stream. I think Danny's stream is in a couple hours, actually. I'm actually looking forward to that, because I have a lot to say about those disappointing films, man. because I already have one in mind. If you've seen any of my streams, you probably already know what one of my top ones is. And I'm gonna say that's, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna wait until the chat. I'm gonna wait for that chat, because I want you guys to be surprised, but not surprised at the same time. And I know I'm just rambling on at this point, but that's okay. It's a live discussion. But yeah, Jason, if you know, hey, just give me the date, time. You have me on Facebook. You know, tell me when. Tell me what topic we're doing, and I will be okay with it, my friend. Yeah, I'm down. Your show. You pick the topic anytime you let me know. Okay, Jason, I think, you know, because I think you work, Jason. So just let me know which days you have work, and then I can maybe do one around there. Basically, because I want to do it when you're free, and I don't want to do it when you're not there. Because I don't want to do it at a time where you're busy, and then I don't want to do that, because then it just becomes a whole mess of problems. So, you know, just let me know what days you're free, so I can definitely, because then I can maybe schedule one at some point, because that would absolutely be really, really great. And yes, we did finish. If anybody who just came in, I just finished the list for my horror films. So if you guys can definitely. So if you guys are watching this after the fact, oh, Kavari comes in. What's up? What's up, Kavari? What's up, buddy? So tomorrow you guys will probably not see a gaming stream. You guys are going to be seeing another gaming stream where I'll be playing more Jedi Fallen Order. I gotta tell you guys, I'm not a big fan of this game already. I'm already like 2 parts in. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm gonna be on part 3 tomorrow, where I'm gonna be at Kashyyyk. The game is just so frustrating. Just got off from work. What's the topic? Well, I just did a list of ranking the horror films, basically like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. I just did the list, so if you go back and watch it, I just gave the list. I mean, I can give you guys like the brief little list here, because since Kavari missed it, I'll give you like the brief little like overview of my list. So this is gonna go from work. So hang on, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Hang on. Where Sour Ninjoy. So Sour left a little bit ago. Ninjoy just left. Deal. I work from home, so let's schedule one this week, Wednesday or Thursday. You know what? I'm gonna do one I'm gonna do one on Wednesday. I'm gonna do one on Jason. I'm gonna do one on Wednesday, Jason. Let's do. So I would say either late afternoon would probably be the time it is. As far as topic, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Because I really want to do that Space Force review. So I don't know if you've seen it yet, Jason. Or if you're not, or if you're planning on it. So because I'm trying to figure out what kind of other topics I can do. Because I did the horror film thing today. So so as far as topic right now, that's because if you haven't seen it, Jason, then I can do another topic. So just because there's other, because I really want to talk about I might, I don't know if I you know, I already did a ranking video today. I really don't want to do another one. So I might have like a little maybe which is worse type live discussion. I think for the which is worse one, because I had one of these. The first which is worse, or because I did a Spider-Man 3 to kind of review which is worse, but I think that for this one, I'm going to do which is worse, Arrow Season 4 or one of the worst seasons of Supergirl. Because that is going to be because I believe Jason's seen the Arrowverse shows. No, I haven't. Not much topics right now. Yeah, there's not a lot of topics. Yeah, there's no real news, Jason. There isn't. Yeah, there's no real news right now. It is a good name, Kavari. I can watch it. It's a show on Netflix right now. It has Steve Carell in it. It's kind of like The Office, but it's not The Office. Like, it doesn't have The Office feel to it, but it's basically about Steve Carell. He's like a general with the military, and he gets selected to basically work in space. That's pretty much the premise of it. But we can also do the which is worse type thing, too, as well, Jason. I know guys, I know I'm spending time rambling, but this is what happens when you're doing this by yourself. You kind of ramble on a little bit. I've seen all the Arrowverse. Okay, so which is the worst season of Supergirl in your opinion that can rival Arrow Season 4? Because this might be a fun topic. No, actually, no. We're gonna do which is worse: Season 1 of Batwoman or Season 4 of Arrow. That could be a good topic because these two seasons are equally bad. Because Arrow Season 4, oh boy, it's probably the worst season of the Arrowverse, debatably, besides Batwoman. I'll check it out. All right, yeah, because that's what I'm gonna do. But if you haven't seen it, Jason, then I will not. Then I'll probably push the review toward maybe whenever I'm free, and I will have because that actually might be what I might do is I'll probably do the which is worse type thing with Batwoman and Arrow Season 4, because Arrow Season 4 I would like. Hit me up on Facebook and we can decide a topic. I'm down with that. Okay, Jason, I will definitely do that because I'm kind of struggling right now because we're going like an hour and a half and my voice is kind of killing me a little bit because I've been talking for like an hour straight. Because that's actually kind of one of the things I don't like about the live discussions. Well, like with the live streams and the games discussions, because live streams and the live discussions and gaming streams. There we go. The one reason why I don't like doing it is because it hurts like the voice a little bit. It overdoes it, but that's kind of why I like it because I get to interact with everybody. So that is perfectly fine. But yes, I will hit you up on Facebook. At some I'll do it after Danny's stream, or we can do it either before or after Danny's stream. So, because I'm gonna be there at the stream, because I would like to hear your guys' picks for the most disappointing superhero films. So I will definitely be there. Because I'm free the whole week pretty much. I just I don't really work. I don't work at all. So I'm basically free anytime. So yeah, we can do it. So I'll hit you up at some point. I'm probably gonna do it some time before Danny's stream, or I'll do it afterwards. Because I'm also free all day tomorrow, so I will definitely do that. We'll definitely figure out a topic, and we will go with that. And then that'll probably be the live discussion for Thursday. Oh, a piece fell off my earbuds. Where'd it go? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. So if anybody in chat wants to ask me any questions, now is the perfect time to do it because I'm probably going to be wrapping up in the next couple minutes. So if you guys have anything you guys want me to, like, I guess, or if you guys have anything to ask, or if you guys have anything that you would like to discuss, that would be perfectly fine. Because I'm probably going to end it around 1:40-ish. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can absolutely ask away. I'm okay with it. I'm just going to check what's going on here. Just gonna okay with there. So I think no, I'll follow Sean. You know, I'm gonna follow Sean Chandler. You want to know why? Because I like him. Not a problem. Okay. So that's probably the plan then. What's going on with Grace Randolph? Who? What's going on? Who's Grace Randolph? Hang on. Who? Oh, is she the girl from Beyond the Trailers? Wait, so what's going on? Yeah, Kavar, you need to kind of describe the situation for me because I don't know the story. I don't really. It's not that I don't watch her. It's just I'm not really I'm not a big fan of her. I don't I'm not going out of my way to watch her stuff. So you might have to describe what's going on with the situation. Because I will definitely, because then I could maybe give my 2 cents in. Because from what I can see here, it's basically saying over rumors or whatever. So I wouldn't know. So yeah. So if you guys have anything else you guys want to ask, you guys can definitely do that. We kind of went a little. I know I kind of dragged this on a little too long, which again, guys, I apologize for that. So if no one really asks any questions here, I'm probably just gonna end it. So yeah, I'll give it a few. I'll maybe give it a minute or two, and then I'll probably start wrapping it up because I did say that. I think I said at 1:40. I said I was probably gonna end it, which is fine. So yeah. So Grace Randolph, Beyond the Trail. She I'm gonna be completely honest. Her thumbnails are kind of similar. She always has the same thumbnail. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind that. Sean Chandler has his own. Has the same. I don't want to watch that stuff. I just want to basically make the point that she has really the similar. Really has similar thumbnail. Yeah, it's really similar. I'm not kidding. They're really, really similar. Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Okay. Yeah, she really has the same thumbnails, which I don't mind, but they're kind of just similar all the time. Take care and good work. Thank you, man. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. I appreciate that. Can't wait to collaborate with you on Wednesday. I'm sorry, I'm losing track of days here. So yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. Because I'm gonna get ready to watch Danny's stream. I believe Jason is going to be doing the stream as well with Danny, if I'm not mistaken. So Yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Jason, Kavari. I want to thank Lex243. I want to thank Ninjoid and Sour for coming on. So if you guys like the stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I'm gonna try to reach my goal of 40 subscribers. And you guys can leave in the comments if you're watching this afterwards if you guys want to tell me your list. And yeah, so that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Austinator signing out.